to turn you guys down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take the opportunity to recognize the class of 2022 girls basketball team seniors. This is the long journey, the start of another. Women have learned a long way and use that to be the next leg of the race that we call life. We are proud of you and wish you the best of luck in the future. Remember, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. And our first senior wears number 3, Katie Gamble. Katie's the next year's our parents, Phil and Amy Gamble, sister Kate and brother's name, Trey, Jace, Paxton, and Ken. Katie was also involved with varsity track in A+, and she plans to attend LTC after high school. Katie's favorite basketball memory, 4 years of team hockey, really going to miss those experiences. Katie's advice for her classmen: sit in the student section at home games, put it on, dress up spiritually, experience high school, and don't stress about the things you can't change. It's the fastest 4 years of your life. And that's senior Katie Gamble. And our final lady senior wears number 31, Brielle Garcia. She is graduating by the Varsity and Bulldogs, as well as her sister, Shirley and Stacey Garcia. She's also been involved with track and plans to attend a 4-year university after high school. Brielle's favorite basketball memory, playing heads up with the team when we stayed in a hotel. Her advice to underclassmen: don't worry too much, it's just high school. And there you have it for Brielle Garcia. Thank you to all the seniors and parents for all the support and hard work, and best of wishes for your future endeavors.
All right, give me 1 minute. I need to rebalance my camera. Ask Mr. Wallace if he has that wrench. Ask Mr. Wallace if he has that wrench. How about that? All right. This one.
The lower part or the top part?
Top part.
Top
Right
part?
here. As soon as that's tight, it's good.
I'm going to loosen this for you. Oh, you have to still love it.
push in.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Every time they make a huge shot.
tonight's contest between the visiting Lady Bulldogs of Central High School and your Waynesville Lady Tigers.
Get up all the way to test up.
Waynesville has a proud member of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. And we
Go!
this game is competitive, but it's also an educational experience for both players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout this contest and refrain from negative cheap chants or behavior. We welcome our guests from Springfield and wish all players good luck in tonight's game. Now, please rise for whom you're asked to join us for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lady Tiger Basketball. Coming to you live here from the Tiger Gymnasium on the campus, Waynesville High School. The Lady Tigers tonight take on Ozark Conference rival, the Springfield Central Lady Bulldogs. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, Central Lady Bulldogs rolling into town tonight to take on our Lady Tigers.
Absolutely. It's nice. It doesn't feel like winter sports out there this afternoon, Coach Rawlings. About 60 degrees out there for track practice today. But we're back in here in the gym. I had a great time Friday night and glad to be back on the air tonight with the girls.
Well, you talked about Friday night. Friday night, #1 team in the state in Class 1, South Iron rolled in here, and the Tigers of Waynesville put up quite the battle against them. And I'm going to tell you something, Matt, as impressive as that was, they turned around at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon and took on Jennings out of St. Louis. Another tremendous game. Tigers come up a little bit short, but a type of game that's going to help pay off for them in the future. Tonight's senior night here at Waynesville for the Lady Tigers.
As you see the starting lineups being announced there, we've got number 12 junior Kayla Brown. We've got the sophomore number 13, Caitlin Black. Sophomore guard McKenna Brown.
A lot of stuff flying up into the
Little
crowd.
basketballs.
A little stadium giveaway night.
And one of our seniors, Mike, a name we've called a lot, number 31, Brielle Garcia.
Called
here.
a lot. Looking forward to her senior year in track this year. Also,
and rounding it out, number 32, Brianna Hurd. Doesn't seem possible that Brielle Garcia's playing in a senior game tonight, Mike.
no, it doesn't seem possible at all. The other senior for the Lady Tigers, Kaylee Gamble, I'm sure we're going to be seeing and calling her name a lot too. Lady Tigers rolling in here tonight off the Washington tournament. Things didn't turn out exactly how they won it, but I know talking to Coach Madlock, very, very happy with the girls' effort up there. Kicked things off. Lady Tigers were seeded 8th. Played the number 1 seed, Washington Lady Blue Jays, 1-point game in that opening round. Almost pulled off the ultimate of upsets right there when an 8 beats a 1.
8-1 upset at the home at the
their
host.
Home, yes, at the host.
All right, so it looks like Brianna Hurd's going to be in to tip for Waynesville, and Heaven Shockley in to tip for Central. Lady Tigers get control of it and bring down to set the offense. Caitlin Black gives back up top. Looking to go back to Black there. It looks like number 1 Ashley Geek gets that little front side tip, knocks it out of bounds, so possession will stay with the Lady Tigers. Shot goes up. Looks like that might have slipped coming out of her hand there, Coach.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Now, looking there, number 1 for the Bulldogs. Shows down here is Jabet Togum, maybe? I don't know. We don't have a 1 up top.
I'm going to guess you're right, Coach. McKenna Brown, Bulldogs full court pressure here early against the Lady Tigers. Brianna Hurd gets control and gets it down quickly to the other end, and we're going to get a foul inside.
We're going to get a foul.
I believe they're going to get Togum.
We're going to find out real quick.
Foul's on the floor, so the Lady Tigers will inbound. Black looking for Garcia coming down the middle of the lane. I think
Cody Bansford,
he's got the same question over there that we have.
He's trying to find out a name.
Ball tipped out.
And I don't know that he's going to announce it. It's taking so long.
Hurd looking to inbound. Goes up high. Pressure inside, and we're going to get that tied up, and it's going to be a jump ball that goes over to the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, she's going to have to foul somebody else for us to get an answer on that. Any of you folks out there joining us from Springfield, and you know the answer to that question, we'd love to get a little input.
Lady Bulldogs working it around right now. Lady Tigers doing a nice job sealing off that inside. Little drive. Brielle Garcia steps in. And
they're going to call a foul on Brielle, and we're going to assume Jabet Togum. Looked to me like she might have traveled.
So it's going to be first team foul for Waynesville. Obviously first foul on Brielle. Shot goes up from the outside, no good. Rebounded all the way across the court right there. Going to be number 13, Harper, on the far side with the rebound.
Whoa, we're going to get a little travel there. Looked like she took a little trip to the Battlefield Mall right there on that drive to the hole.
All right, so the turnover gives the ball back to the Lady Tigers. Brianna Hurd slices quickly through the pressure. Pull-up jumper in the lane, won't go. Rebounded underneath. Garcia puts it back up.
Garcia gets the second rebound and puts it back up.
And now Central comes away with it. Back down to the other end of the floor we have. Swinging it across. Harper puts up the 3 ball from the outside, and that's good.
Looks like that is exactly where Harper wants to spot up and shoot the ball from.
A little trap right there as Brianna Hurd comes across. The ball tipped and taken away, and back down to the other end we come.
Harper spotted up over there. Coach, I don't like, okay. I didn't like that at all.
Now, McKenna Brown got over and picked her up, but after looking at that last shot, definitely want to keep a hand in her face. Little scoop shot doesn't go for Central, and it's going to be out of bounds.
It's going to go to
the
Central.
Bulldogs.
Kayla Brown hustling after that ball. Thought better of throwing it in right there underneath the Central basket. We've seen that happen many, many times. It usually doesn't turn out well.
Three ball goes up from the outside on this side, and that's going to be Destiny Pierce.
We're going to get a 30-second timeout by Coach Madlock. As in the first 3 minutes of this ball game, the Lady Bulldogs have hit 3 threes. I think Coach Madlock is going to go defense. You're going to have a hand in her face.
Well, and the Lady
we listen close enough. We can probably hear Coach Madlock saying that tonight, but we don't have to listen.
Well, no, I can hear her from up here. I can't hear the words. Of course, Coach wearing her face mask down there in the huddle. I can't hear the words, but I can hear.
And there you are, Matt, right in the huddle. In the huddle with Coach Brittany Madlock right there.
Look at the dedication of the TTSN Sports interns getting right up in the middle of it there.
Coach, I want to say big welcome getting Mike Klutz back down there, assistant coach for the Lady Tigers. Coach Klutz had been out on us a couple of weeks. We got him back and vertical, and that's always good to see Coach Klutz vertical down there.
Absolutely.
He'll get a giggle out of that because he's going to listen to this. He's driving back home tonight. He's told me he does that. So,
well, he's got the fancy Converse on over there.
Fancy Converse. And
all right.
Got the Corrier's pullover from this year on.
Brianna Hurd, a little drive into the lane, and she's going to get hit. I believe they're going to get number 42, Heaven Shockley, with that one, but we will see here. They are going to get Shockley. That's going to be her first, second team foul on Central. And that's going to put Hurd at the line shooting 2.
Nice loud student body section there tonight for the Lady Tigers.
Brianna's up and good with the first.
Some of our viewers had already mentioned that the band sounded great, Jim, under the direction of Jim Stockman.
And Hurd hits the second as well. So Lady Tigers on the board with 2 here. Trims the Lady Bulldog lead to 7 as we're just under 5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. You know, we saw early the Lady Tigers really doing a nice job of keeping Central out of that middle, keeping it clogged up as the shot goes up, no good, pulled down by Hurd. Now a triple team down here on Hurd, and she's going to get hit.
Okay, they're going to get the foul there.
I think they're going to get number 11, Destiny Pierce, with that one. That's going to be her first and third team.
Hey, you're right. The Lady Bulldogs trapped Brianna with 3 down there underneath the basket off that rebound.
Inbounds comes to Garcia, give right back. Hurd slices down to the other end, ball's loose and going to be out of bounds off the Lady Tigers, so that'll turn over and go back to the Central Bulldogs. Now the Lady Bulldogs working it around on the outside once more. Three ball's going to go up from the outside. Black gets a hand in her face, and that's going to be just a little bit long and pulled down underneath. Brianna Hurd's going to be fouled again. Boy, Lady Bulldogs really going after Hurd on the defensive boards.
Well, I thought that 3 might have hit that wire from the wing there. We saw that Saturday. One of the most illogical physics happenings I've ever seen in my entire life.
And after watching that, I'm going to be disappointed if Coach Pills didn't bring Mr. Parmalee down here and do some experiments on that today.
Coach, I'm going to tell you this much. You left. I stuck around until we got things settled down here because as I was on duty that day. And Coach Pills came out to that wing, shot the ball at least 30 times.
Trying to hit the wire?
He couldn't hit the wire, much less hit the wire and even get it close to the basket because it's incredible. I
bet you Mr. Parmalee could calculate. I think there's like a parabola that he'd have to calculate. I don't think it's possible. The laws of physics do not allow for what was called.
No, but You know who knows all about? There's two guys I know that know all about the laws of physics. Nick Parmalee and Sheldon Cooper. That's the two guys I would go to for physics.
All right, Lady Tigers get it back across half court, still trailing by 7 here. 3:24 left to play in the first quarter. Three ball goes up from the outside. Black no good. Rebounded underneath. Turnaround. Brianna Hurd goes up hard off the glass for 2.
Hurd, a nice job being offside for that rebound.
Well, in putting Central on her back, that the only way she was going to get it, she wasn't going to come over Central to get that. Heads up play right there by Brianna Hurd. Back to the other end we come. 3-shot goes up from the outside, no good. Rebounded by Pierce underneath for Central. She's going to pull it out. And it's going to be out of bounds.
So the Tigers, there's that Lady Tigers knocked that out of bounds.
Checking into the game for Central is going to be number 3, Kira Gravely. And we're going to get a little travel right there.
Travel and a turnover. That's Kiara Gravely.
Checking back into the game for Waynesville is going to be number 23, McKenna Brown. And checking in is going to be Coach. We had 2 went out. Oh, it's going to be number 30, Brittany Davison checks in for the Lady Tigers as well. Quick trip to the other end.
We're going to get a foul.
Central comes down, puts that up, no good off the glass.
That's going to be, Coach, that's number 1.
Talia Dyson. On the roster, it shows she's number 2, and she's going to be wearing number 1
If
tonight.
you're scoring along with us at home, you're going to make that adjustment.
Wow, another quick foul.
Number 2 is actually number 1.
Another quick foul. Kiera Gravely picks up her first 6th team foul here, Coach Rawlings, with 2 minutes still left to play. Brianna Hurd turnaround in the lane, puts it up no good. Gravely with the rebound. Back to the other end come the Central Lady Bulldogs. A little too far underneath. Gravely puts the 3 up from the outside, no good. Rebounded underneath by Brielle Garcia.
Man, it's pretty well.
Kaylee Gamble into the game for the Lady Tigers.
It's pretty
brings
well
it across
3 or
half
nothing
court.
for the Central Lady Bulldogs right now.
That definitely appears to be. Brianna Hurd turnaround jumper won't go. Rebounded underneath by Dyson. And now Dyson brings it across to the other end. Gives to Gravely. Back up top to Pierce. Swings to the wing. Looks at Gravely again. And as you said, Coach Rawlings, it looks like the Lady Bulldogs are content to pass this around on the outside, try and find a good look at the 3-shot right now. Gravely thinks about it, gives back up top. Dyson, back to Gravely. Bounce pass underneath. A little too far under, but kicked back outside. And a little running floater goes up, won't fall. Rebounded by Brielle Garcia underneath. She gives over to Gamble. Gamble pushes the ball quickly to the other end. Pulls up jumper, no good off the glass, but Brielle Garcia in position goes off the glass, no good.
Brianna Hurd goes off the glass, no good. Which I'm not sure how many offensive rebounds.
Hustling down on
Here
defense.
we go. We're going back the other way. The time goes out. Woo! That brings us to the end of the first wild quarter of basketball, at least the last 17 seconds. with the Central Lady Bulldogs up on the Waynesville Lady Tigers 9-4. Matt, do you know what it means it's time for?
I believe it's time for a TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update brought to you by the Tiger TV Facebook page. Tiger TV Facebook. For all the news, it is news. Right here in Tiger Town. Matt, do you know who likes Tiger TV Facebook page?
Well, it's her birthday. I'm looking across the gym at her. I'm going to say it's former Olympian Coach Charlotte Ray.
That is exactly where I was going with that. As we're going to send out part of the Lady Tiger basketball staff. Coach Ray coaches down at the middle school, and we are going to send out happy birthday wishes to Coach Ray. As a matter of fact, Coach, that was the first thing I did this morning when I got up and sent Coach Ray a happy birthday text, because it's Coach Ray. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's only other way you can say that. It is Coach Ray. Now, Lady Tigers will be in action again Thursday night as they're going to travel down to Springfield to take on the Lady Falcons from Glendale. It is nice tonight to look around. We've got a lot of our junior high Lady Tigers here tonight. The rest of the coaching staff down at the junior high, Mr. Coach Dob Madlock. And we have Coach Gow over here on the other side. They had a little pizza party to get together for the girls tonight, brought them over to the game. Get their fill of Lady Tiger basketball action. Boy, I hope that game Thursday night gets to be played down there against the Lady Falcons.
Everything past Wednesday, Coach, I think is weather TBD. All right, a little takeaway there by the Central Bulldogs. And, Coach, you know what we hadn't done tonight? We hadn't invited the folks at home to let us know where they're watching from. As I say that, as I see our reigning TTSN Sports Fan of the Year, Victoria Hooker, checking in with us.
Sure, Victoria was out getting in a round of 18 today before winter hits us coming up here in the next,
24 to
30,
48
well,
hours.
I was going to say 36 hours. Brianna Hurd with that long
Brianna
three.
Hurd trims the Central Lady Bulldog lead to 2 as we still got 7 minutes to go here in the first half. But Lady Tigers claw their way back in, trim the Lady Bulldog lead to 2. Central once more goes into that kind of slow, methodical offense, passing the ball around the outside, trying to get a look. Pass inside, taken away. Brianna Hurd and Brielle Garcia both get a hand on it, and they're going to say that was last touched by the Lady Bulldogs. I think they're going to get Harper as that ball rolls out of bounds, so the Lady Tigers get the turnover in the possession. Brianna Hurd brings it across half court for the Lady Tigers. Little move, and she's going to be fouled and knocked to the floor. Going to get Heaven Shockley with that one. I believe that's going to be her first, but it is going to be the team 7th, so that'll put the Lady Tigers in the bonus from here on out. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach Rawlings. That's going to be the 3rd on Shockley. I don't know how I missed the second one on my paper, but it's going to be the 3rd foul on Shockley.
Well, we got a greetings in here. Coach Ward, Coach Holman, Brenda, usually checking in when we're playing Smith Cotton.
Absolutely.
But she's not up in Sedalia tonight.
The great state of Arizona.
And I can guarantee you, there's not a doubt in my mind, she got at least 18 holes of golf in today, if not 36. I get on that.
All right.
I get on that thing they call the Facebook, and Brenda puts pictures on there of places she's playing golf. And I'm not going to lie to you, Matt. Makes that 2.5 years I'm waiting for it, where I can go do that on any old day I want to.
Brianna Hurd loses the handle on that one.
A little bit closer at the end of that light, at the end of that tunnel.
3-ball, McKenna Brown goes up from the outside, not there. Rebound comes to the Lady Bulldogs, and back they come to the other end. Pierce a little drive inside, not there. Tip back, Gravelly, tips it away and gets it back under control.
I'm really sad that Brenda wasn't on Friday night when our spotlight Facebook person was Coach Larry Hines.
Coach
because
Larry Hines.
Brenda did some assistant coaching under Larry Hines the same time I did.
Ball tipped away and taken away by Central. Back to the other end they come.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Shot's going to go up, but I think they're going to get Hurd with the foul
Yeah,
right
I think
there.
they're going to get Brianna with the foul there. Just going to be her first. There's our first non-3-point point for Springfield Central.
Brittany Davison checking back into the game for Waynesville. And, Coach, did you see who else came back in? I lost it on the edge here, but I know Brittany checked back in on that break. As a little push inside up and off the glass.
Well, we've got Davison, Garcia, Black,
Hurd,
Gamble,
and
Hurd.
Gamble.
Hurd's going to be fouled again.
That's going to put Hurd at the line for the 1-and-1. That's going to be the second foul on Destiny Pierce and 8th team foul on Central. So Brianna Hurd set at the line for the front end of the 1-and-1. First one's up, rattles around, doesn't go, rebounded underneath by Central, and here come the Lady Bulldogs. Pierce kicks it off to Gravely, back to Pierce. Pierce thinks about it, gives the basket a look. Now a little push inside. Shot up, no good, but we're going to have a whistle.
A late whistle. They're going to call Brielle Garcia with that foul.
Going to be second on Brielle. First one's up. Good. Second one on the way. That's going to be off the back of the glass. No good. Rebound comes to Brittany Davison. Gives it up to Hurd, and Hurd slices quickly to the other end. Hurd in traffic. Goes up. Gets hit. No call. Kaylee Gamble gets over. Tries to save that one. Pushes it back, and here comes the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs swing it quickly. Pierce thinks about the three. Ball loose on the floor, and I believe we're going to get a jump ball.
Good quick whistle there to get that jump ball.
Arrow is with Central, so they'll keep position right here.
Three just a little bit long right there for Gravely.
Block right there underneath by Shockley, I'm sorry. Tipped out, but the Lady Tigers keep control of it. Brittany Davison right there. Ball still tipped, and we're going to get Kaylee Gamble with the foul.
Kaylee just going after that loose ball, Matt.
Right.
And that's going to be her first.
It's going to be team foul number 5 for the Lady Tigers. So we've got about 3:15 left to play here in first half action. Gravely swings it over to Shockley. Pierce back to Gravely. Now to the far side. Central looking underneath. A little too far under, but shoots it out. Gravely's going to put the shot for 2 up. Not there. Tipped back in right there. Kaylee Gamble hustling out. Tips it in, and Brianna Hurd quickly to the other end, and there's going to be a foul called there.
I believe that's going to be on Pierce.
It is going to be on Pierce. It's going to be her third. So two starters right now. The Lady Bulldogs carrying 3 fouls here as we're just under 3 minutes left to play in the first half. It's going to put Hurd at the line shooting the free throws. First one's up and it's good. Talia Dyson, number 1, checking back into the game for the Central Lady Bulldogs, and number 23, McKenna Brown, checking into the game for the Lady Tigers. Brianna Hurd follows through and hits the second one, trims that Lady Bulldog lead to 4. Pushed underneath. And that's going to be out of bounds off the Lady Bulldogs, so turnover to our Lady Tigers. And Central, with that foul trouble now, looks very content to back up that pressure and pick the Lady Tigers up down here, where early, most of the game, they were swarming on defense.
And I think you're exactly right. You know, we, some of our informants down there in that Springfield area that give us some of those insights on these schools had told us that was one of the things. Springfield wasn't very deep. You got a couple of your main players with 3 fouls early second quarter, mid-second quarter. You're going to find out real quick how deep you are.
Yeah. So turnover on the Lady Tigers. Last trip down the floor brings it back. 3 ball goes up, and that's going to be Talia Dyson. Pushes this Lady Bulldog lead to 7. Pass underneath. Oh, Brielle Garcia crashed into the glass, just not able to get her hand on that pass right there from Hurd.
I think Brielle thought Brianna was going to shoot the ball right there, was getting herself in rebound position.
Coach, some excitement to come along at halftime.
Oh, that ain't no lie. Excitement at halftime. We have I'm assuming we're going to have did I blow that the other night?
You did, but I didn't want to point it out on the air, so I'm just going to point it out now.
Even pointing that out, I'm probably still going to blow that, though, you know?
All right, Kaylee Gamble slicing down to the other end for the Tigers. Kicks back. Brianna Hurd driving, lots of contact right there. No whistle. As we're a minute left to play here in the first half. Dyson working it around, kicks it to Gravely, swings it back across. Central, that's got to be.
Yep, we're going to get a foul right there. Matt, you were talking about the excitement at halftime. Just like we had Friday night, we've got Rhythm Nation here. They're going to take over the floor at halftime under the direction of Coach Moore, Coach Leanne Moore. I messed that up Friday night, and I'm not going to lie, and I'll probably mess that up till the day I die, but that's all right. And did have to fix that. I talked to Leanne a little bit later on that evening.
She didn't revoke your jacket privileges,
No,
did she?
but she was so excited about the way they were donating those jackets to the South Iron Lady Panthers.
Absolutely. It's sportsmanship at its finest.
It's sportsmanship where sportsmanship usually isn't. In the competition dance world, there's usually no sportsmanship. It's as cutthroat as anything that you've ever seen when you get into competition dance. But, Coach Moore trying to embrace sportsmanship here. I don't know if she has any kind of deal cut with the Lady Bulldog dance squad down at Central. We'll see if we can find that out. Folks, once again, you're going to want to get your orders in. They will be available. There's going to be a small window. If you text Leanne directly, if you have her number, text her directly and ask her
And from my understanding,
about
we
that window?
can get confirmation here. I believe that the authentic on-court jackets are sold out.
They're sold
but
out.
the replicas are
Yes.
still available, I believe.
They will. Text Leanne. Text her at any time, any hour of the day, and she'll get back with you and get you the information about ordering the jackets. I do know from the other night, Brian Schaffner has ordered one. Really looking forward to seeing Brian.
There's no
in
one
his.
that likes dance like Brian Schaffner.
Nobody can pull off a dance jacket like Brian Schaffner.
So a jump ball called on the floor. Ball possession will stay with Waynesville here.
Little known fact.
18 and a half seconds left to play here in the first half.
Little known fact that they call Brian Schaffner Mr. Dancer.
Brianna Hurd, nice little move right there. Comes underneath with the right hand, gets it up and trims this Lady Bulldog lead to 5. 3-shot gets off, and wow, what a shot as Nevaeh Shockley drains the 3 to end the first half.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half with the Lady Bulldogs from Central High School in Springfield, 19, the Lady Tigers from Waynesville, 11. And folks, once again, don't leave your seat. You're going to want to hold on as Rhythm Nation is going to take control of the Tiger Gymnasium, and we're going to be back in about 10 minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for second half action here. The Central Lady Bulldogs currently on top by 8 and leading right now 19-11. And they will start with possession here as we get into the second half. Lady Bulldogs working it around on the outside there. Pierce feeds inside up high off the glass, and that's going to be good for number 42, Heaven Shockley.
Matt, thanks for jumping in and getting things all started. Here I was being talked to by a couple of America's youth, and they had made their way into the TTSN sports booth, and both of them are talking about being sportscasters down the road.
All right, foul that time. Central is going to be Lady Bulldogs, going to be Pittman, number 55, is going to be her first foul, and team foul number 1 here in the second half. And Coach Rawlings, I know that's something that Central definitely wants to clean up from the first half. There was a lot of fouls by the Lady Bulldogs there, opening up pretty quick with the first one here.
But I think it's like you talked about. I think we're going to see them back off just a little bit on defense, back it up.
Ball down, shot goes up, no good. Rebounded underneath by the Lady Tigers, and here we come back the other direction.
You saw that right there by Shockley. She wasn't going to take a chance going too hard, too aggressively after that rebound.
Ball thrown away at the other end, so turnover and goes to the Central Lady Bulldogs. Central once again very methodical, working around the outside. Feeds inside, kicked right back outside. Pierce now on the near side. Thinks about it, throws it all the way across. Now a push down inside, not there, tipped and taken away by the Lady Tigers. Brielle Garcia gets a hand on that one. And then taken away by Kayla Brown. Now McKenna Brown gives over to Caitlin Black. Black, heavy pressure once again in that front court.
We say they're going to back off, but when they get a chance to trap out front, they're definitely taking advantage of it.
Brielle Garcia looking inside, trying to get it to Hurd, but going to be hit and knocked out of bounds by Central. And Coach, I am looking, that's going to be Pittman, I'm sorry. That's going to be Aaliyah Pittman, knocks that one out of bounds, so possession will stay with the Lady Tigers. Brown inbounds, goes to McKenna Brown in the corner. McKenna puts up the 3, no good, rebounded by Pierce underneath. Quickly ahead to the other end comes the Central Lady Bulldogs, and up and in for Heaven Shockley. Brown looks inside, finds Hurd. Brielle Garcia,
Nice job.
A little back cut right there.
Yes, nice job by Hurd and Garcia there. As they come up to double Hurd, and when they do that, Brielle takes 2 steps behind and gets the layup.
Oh, Hurd almost comes away with the steal right there. And Brielle Garcia jumps up and just takes the pass away. Lady Tigers quickly to the other end, high off the glass. Brianna Hurd
trying to slow it down and pick up that foul also.
Trims the Lady Bulldog lead back to 6 as we're just over 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Shot goes up, no good. Brielle Garcia in position, gets a hand on it. Central, another look there.
Central with 4 offensive rebounds on that possession.
And Talia Dyson able to put that one up and in, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout here by the Central Lady Bulldogs. So you see once more the sports interns, I believe that's Colin Simmental down there right in the huddle. As you see Coach Klutz, you see Coach Matlock right there, just right action in.
Oh, here comes Trainer Nikki. She saw a chance to get on TV, and Trainer Nikki did not miss an opportunity. She's taping up Brianna Hurd.
Wrist looks like.
I'm not even sure Brianna needed tape, but trainer Nikki, full opportunity to get herself some TV airtime and took advantage of it.
Pass tipped away and taken, and back to the other end comes the Central Lady Bulldogs. Nevaeh Shockley, 24, goes up and puts that off the glass, and quickly Central pushes that lead right back to 10. Lady Tigers working it around. Swing, McKenna Brown puts up the 3 ball, no good. Rebounded underneath by Pittman, I believe, comes away with that one. Oh, Kaylee Gamble with the hustle right there.
Wow, out of nowhere.
Flying down the floor on defense, tips that one away and grabs it, flings it towards Brianna Hurd, and back come the Lady Tigers to the other end.
Shoves it over to Brielle. Nice hustle by Brielle Garcia to stop the ball there. That ball's going to stay with Central. Things got a little wild and woolly there, Matt.
All right, Central brings it back in bounds. Kicks it up top, Gravely. Swings it over here. Back across. Gravely now puts up the 3 ball. No good off the side of the rim, but rebounded underneath. Ball still loose.
Bodies are flying.
Definitely getting a little wild down there. Back to the other end. Yeah. Kaylee Gamble is going to say her foot was on the line.
Pass just a little bit out of reach for Kaylee Gamble. We're going to get a full timeout by Coach Brittany Madlock of the Waynesville Tigers. Matt, I've just been handed some information here that we probably should have been aware of, but we were not aware of, but we want to make our folks at home aware of. We're 15 days away from naming the TTSN Sports Fan of the Year.
Doesn't seem possible.
It's unbelievable. It's unfathomable that is occurring 15 days from tonight. Now, this is what I've been told. Tim Wallace needs the folks at home who've joined us to start getting those votes in.
Well, nominations.
Nominations.
We can't vote until we have our nominees.
Factually correct. He means the nominations. Now, here's what Tim needs you folks to do. You may email those to Tim. You may text them to Tim. Or you may write that name on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in an envelope, seal it. On the outside of that envelope, write TTSN Sports Fan of the Year nomination 2021-22. Okay. If you do that, drop that off at the main office, the Waynesville Career Center.
And they'll get it to him.
And they're going to get that to him.
Okay.
So you have 3 options. Folks, we need you all to take advantage of that. If you've got a nominee, we also would need you within that nominee to write your reasons for that nominee. And we're going to get back with you. I don't know, we'll figure out the game that we're going to before, and then the voting process. And we're 15 days away, Matt. 15. That's like 2 weeks in a day.
Now, I do want you to be aware that
it's 360 hours.
That while this is good information,
yes,
I have a feeling this troubles our reigning TTSN Sports Fan of the Year, Victoria Hooker, that there's potentially, because there could be back-to-back, she's eligible, but there is potentially only 15 days left in her reign.
Oh, that's definitely a possibility. You know, and one of the perks is the discount golf. I mean, think how that's going to affect Victoria.
Hurd underneath, high, comes up off the glass right there.
Part Part of the TTSN Sports Fan of the Year is 20% off golf at every course in the United States of America.
I'm not sure about that one, Coach Rawlings. We may have to do some verifying and double-checking.
Except for one course in Canton, Ohio. Other than that.
I think that statement might need to be fact-checked. Kaylee Gamble comes out with the rebound, brings it across half court quickly and going to pull it back out. McKenna Brown feeds in the corner. Gamble swings to Black. Black back across. Looking for McKenna Brown right there. I think a little miscommunication by the Lady Tigers as two Lady Tigers went in there after that one. Coach, that's going to be 4 on Destiny Pierce, number 11, who we have seen as a consistent outside three-point shot threat for the Lady Bulldogs here tonight. Picks up her 4th foul with 2:10 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lady Tigers inbound. Able to keep a hold on it. Brianna Hurd puts the 3 ball up from the outside, won't fall. Rebound comes to the Lady Bulldogs, and back down to the other end we come. And we're going to get a travel there. Caitlin Black looked like she was in position, may have got a piece of the ball right there, but I think just forced Central right there to take that extra step to try and keep balance, and so turnover goes to the Lady Tigers. Swinging it around, Gravely down into the corner. 3 ball won't go that time for Dyson, and loose inside, and we're going to have the jump ball. Turnover going to the Lady Tigers.
Big shout out to somebody I've got some questions for joining us here tonight, the TTSN Sports Network. Miss Connie Tryer's joining us here live on the TTSN Sports Network. Connie, I was talking to Truman there before the game, and the fact that she turned down a slice of the meatloaf that you made.
Very disappointing.
Very, very disappointing. And Connie, anytime that you have any extra meatloaf left over like that Truman just refuses to eat, don't hesitate to send that in. Me and Matt can take care of that.
Yeah, just send it with her to the game. We'll eat it right here.
Send it to her with the game. That would be great. We could do that too. Tim Wallace said he's in. He'd like to have a slab of meatloaf too.
Brianna Hurd, nice front hand move right there. Tips it away. Lady Tigers get it to the other end and the bucket. And that trims the Lady Bulldog lead to 6 with the free throw upcoming here on the conventional 3-point play.
Foul on Shockley. Nevaeh Shockley.
Harper checking back into the game for the Central Lady Bulldogs. Bree at the line, shots up, and it's good. And now that's just a 5-point lead, Coach Rawlings.
Game.
Oh, Kaylee Gamble almost comes away with the steal right there. Kick back outside. Dyson hits the 3. All right, we're 30 seconds or so left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lady Tigers, McKenna Brown fires it down underneath Garcia. Kicks it over. Kaylee Gamble's going to put up the 3. Just a little short, rebounded by Central. Dyson quickly to the other end, puts it up off the glass. And we've got a Lady Tiger down. And McKenna Brown gets up, jogs off, and that's great to see.
She'll get checked here by trainer Nikki.
And number 30, Brittany Davison, checking into the game, take her spot for the Lady Tigers. Caitlin Black gives back to Hurd. Hurd kicks into the corner. Gamble for 3. No good off the rim, and that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, Coach Rawlings.
At the end of the 3rd quarter play, Lady Bulldogs from Central 32, the Waynesville Lady Tigers 22. Matt, you know what that means it's time for?
I believe it's time for a TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update is brought to you by the Tiger TV Facebook page. Tiger TV Facebook. For all the news, it is news right here in Tiger Town. Matt, do you know who likes the Tiger TV
I
Facebook
never
page?
get them right.
I'm going to give you a clue.
Oh, okay.
One of this person's colleagues like the Tiger TV Facebook page last year, and now it's their turn.
All right, that didn't help. Now I'm more confused. I'm going to say Brandon Beck.
Well, Brandon Beck's the colleague. You know who likes the Tiger TV Facebook page? The official meteorologist of the Waynesville track and field team, Abby Dyer. She likes the Tiger TV Facebook page. I'm going to tell you, all of us are sitting on pins and needles listening to Brandon, listening to Abby. We're listening to everybody talking about the impending Snowmageddon 2022. It's headed straight toward Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood. Folks, you're going to want to keep an eye on the weather coming up over the next few days, because right here at the TTSN Sports Network, we want you to be safe and sound. We don't want you out there when it's bad weather. We want you right there where you should be at home. We're not going to be live on anything, but it would be a great time to go back into the archives and watch some of the old broadcasts here from the TTSN Sports Network.
Think about warmer weather, maybe dial up a football game from last fall. And
little known fact about Abby, Keyshawn Smith, former Tiger, his favorite meteorologist in America right there.
Absolutely. And we're going to get a travel right there as Dyson tried to pull up right there, but takes an extra step before she can. And so that's going to turn the ball over to the Lady Tigers. 7:48 left to play here in the game. Central Lady Bulldogs leading right now 32-22 over our Waynesville Lady Tigers. Dyson comes out, puts a little token pressure on Hurd. Caitlin Black takes it inside, up off the glass, no good.
Rebound by Gamble.
Gamble gives back to Hurd. Hurd looks to drive in. A lot of pressure there.
She's going to be fouled.
Looked like there was some contact there. They're going to get Harper, Micaiah Harper, with her first, team fifth, and that's going to put Hurd at the line shooting two as she's up and good with the first. And
second
she
one's
follows
also
and hits
good.
the second. Looking inside right there, tipped away. Ball going to stay with Central right there, but nice job by the Tigers to get in there and get a hand on that one.
Well, Brielle doesn't get a hand on that. It's going to be an easy 2 points for the Lady Bulldogs.
Brielle playing tough underneath all night long for the Lady Tigers. Little drive in the lane, and we're going to get a foul.
That bucket's going to count.
That's going to be Heaven Shockley. She's going to get the bucket and go to the line, shoot the free throw. Going to get Hurd with the foul called there.
That's her second.
So Heaven Shockley puts it up and follows through. Ball loose inside, and we're going to get a foul called there against Central. Think they may get number 55, Aaliyah Pittman, but I'm not sure. Nope, they're going to get Talia Dyson, number 1, with her call. That's going to be her third, team foul number 6. So the next foul will put the Lady Tigers in the free throw zone from here on out. Inbounds pass is tipped away, but going to be knocked out of bounds by the Lady Bulldogs, so the ball will stay with the Tigers. And Black to inbound. Gives it to Hurd, and Hurd's going to bring it across. See that little double team pressure. Brielle Garcia looking for Miss Davison crashing underneath. Not able to get a hold on that one, and it's going to go out of bounds off the hands of the Lady Tigers. Oh, nifty little move right there by Heaven Shockley as she comes underneath with the scoop, puts it up off the glass for 2, pushes the Lady Bulldog lead to 13.
Hey, Brianna Hurd's going to lose the handle on the ball that time, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Bounce pass underneath, and we're going to get a foul called here. Pittman was going up for it, and Coach, I'm not 100% sure who they're going to get on that one. They're going to get Hurd, and it's going to be Brianna's 3rd. First one for Pittman's up, off the back of the iron, no good. Pittman set at the line. That one's going to be just a little bit long, no good as well. Brianna Hurd comes down with the rebound, and here we go for the Lady Tigers. Down to the other end, but we're going to get a foul. Believe they're going to get Harper with that one as she cuts across and into Brianna Hurd. It is going to be Harper. It's going to be her 2nd, team 7th, so it's going to put Brianna at the line for the 1-and-1. Brianna up and good with the first. And she drains the second.
And we're going to get a full timeout
by the Lady Tigers.
By the Lady Tigers from Waynesville. Matt, while we've got a second here, we want to recognize our people tonight working the game under the direction of the incomparable,
the illustrious,
the illuminal Tim Wallace. As they always do, Tim and his crew does an absolute outstanding job. They just, Matt, we were out doing a little track preseason today while they were in here putting things together, setting everything up. We just roll in, put the headsets on, sit down on our seats here, and we just talk about basketball. That's exactly what we do. The kids do an outstanding job, as you see right there. It makes you feel like you are in that huddle with Coach Madlock.
Well,
right down there.
The TTS in sports interns, they have no care for their own body. They're willing to sacrifice to get the shots.
They do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to make Tiger TV the best thing going today.
Absolutely.
Just the way it is. Our students tonight working the game, Truman Trier. Truman, don't forget, Connie, if you were listening, Truman, send us over some meatloaf. We're in. Sam Alford, Tessa Scott, Destiny Michael, Colin Simmental, and I'm going to tell you right there, the one person on planet Earth that I like more than Truman Trier, Lily Peace, right there.
Now, Coach Rawlings, I don't think you can actually say that, seeing as she paid you to say that before the game.
Well, that's wrong.
That's as bad as Brian Schaffner trying to stuff the ballot box last year and getting thrown out of the TTSN Sports Fan of the Year
while
voting.
Wearing his John Travolta outfit.
Well, if there's a man that likes Saturday Night Fever, it's Brian Schaffner. What a move down at the other end. Doesn't go for Brianna Hurd, but Brielle Garcia right back up off the glass. Pittman underneath. Looks not there. Brittany Davison comes out with it.
And, Matt, let me add this in here before we lose it from there.
Brianna Hurd
Truman,
gets
are you
hit.
listening to this too? Truman can't hear us. But Matt, I don't want Truman feeling bad about what I said either.
You're not going to get meatloaf if you say mean things like that.
Yeah, I know. And Lily offered me chicken.
And you don't like chicken.
No, I know. Of course, Truman offered me a mushroom.
All right. So the foul is going to be the 3rd on Nevaeh Shockley. It's going to put Brianna Hurd at the line. Is glad to see her pop back up, as that looked like a pretty nasty fall. She's right back up to the line and drains the first free throw. Second one rattles around and doesn't fall. Rebound by Pittman underneath.
Yeah, we're going to get a foul by Gamble.
Kaylee going after that one right there, just a little aggressive. Going to pick up the foul.
Be her second. Nice take to the hole there by Heaven Shockley. Central gets that lead back up to 10.
Coach, another former TTSN Sports Fan of the Year, watching tonight, Miss Angie Pills. Brianna Hurd underneath.
She's going to be fouled. Takes another hard fall to the ground.
Boy, they are really banging on Brianna underneath there. Brianna hops right back up, heads to the free throw line. Coach Rawlings, I'm pretty sure you or I are going to need a few minutes after something like that.
Well, yeah.
Brianna,
I'm not getting back up to shoot free throws for sure.
Up and good with the first, and we got a timeout here by the Waynesville Tigers. Going to be a 30-second timeout.
Going to be a 30-second timeout there. Matt, just come across here a little more information about the nominations for the TTSN Sports Fan of the Year. If you come down, it's probably in the next couple, 3 days. If you make it down, if you get out in the weather,
don't get out in the weather to make these nominations. But if you do, get out in that weather. There's going to be a drop box. Danny Click down there at WCC, Danny is working on a drop box for nominations. He made one, brought it down to Tim Wallace. Tim Wallace had to tell him it was not big enough for all the nominations. So Danny Click's working on a bigger drop box. If you see that drop box out front, it'll have TTSN Sports logo on it. It's going to have a caricature of Lily Peace out there on the front of it too. And you'll want to just drop your nominations right down in there. Looking forward to all the nominations. We know that the numbers are run all season long on the check-ins and everything else, but interested to see what the fan nominations bring out this year.
And Mr. Wallace wanted me to mention big thank you to art teacher Ronnie Jeter for the caricature. She did the caricature of Lily. We're going to get another foul here on the Lady Tigers. It'll be on Caitlin Black.
Dyson slicing quickly across the floor, but loses a handle on it, and Brianna Hurd once more is going to get hit.
Well, Brianna just keeps attacking the rim, but every time she attacks the rim, she gets fouled. It's not a bad little combination there. Student body's trying to tell the Central Lady Bulldogs that you can't do that. I hate to tell our Central body. They've been doing that all night long. Brianna keeps doing that.
She keeps doing that. We're going to be just fine. Destiny Pierce checking back into the game for the Central Lady Bulldogs now, on the floor with 4 fouls.
4:22 left here in the ball game.
And Brianna Hurd up and good with that one. Cuts the Central lead to 6. And the Tigers pick up a little full court pressure now. Turn around, Brianna Hurd hustling down the floor.
Knocks that ball away. It'll stay with Central, but Brianna probably saved 2 points right there.
Makaida Harper whips around, looking to see where in the world that came from. I think she was very surprised that Brianna Hurd was that quick down the floor to knock that out from behind.
Destiny Pierce is going to be fouled going to the hole. Foul's going to be Kaylee Gamble with that foul. It's going to be her third.
And Pierce gets the free throw to follow, so pushes that lead back out to 9. Down on this end, Pierce knocks it out of bounds, but last off of the Lady Bulldogs, so it's going to stay with the Lady Tigers. Pierce once more. Out of bounds to the Lady Tigers.
As long as she's knocking it out, we're keeping it. Not necessarily a bad thing.
Gets the ball in. Brittany Davison pushes over here, finds Caitlin Black. Caitlin Black looking underneath, tries a little bounce pass through to Brielle Garcia.
It's going to stay with the Lady Tigers, Matt.
And it's going to be off the hands of Pierce, out of bounds, so staying with the Lady Tigers.
That's going to be a foul.
And that's going to be a foul on Pierce, and I believe that's going to be number 5.
Yeah, Pierce going to pick up that 5th foul. You know, Matt, got to believe over there on that central sideline, the conversation is going to be, you were 24, 25 feet from the hole there going for that. That's
well, and I think
not that you wanted her to pick up her 5th if you're central, but you definitely didn't want it to be out in that situation.
Well, and looking at the shooting we saw out of Pierce early, I got to think that Pierce is in there more for offensive end than defensive down here.
Garcia banks that first one in.
Did she call board?
I believe
it's senior night, so we're going to give it.
It's Brielle. I'm pretty sure she probably did.
And Brielle just a little long on that one off the back of the iron, but
Tigers
rebounds
keep that
loose.
alive.
Caitlin Black comes out of
rebound.
there with it. Then Heaven Shockley takes it away for Central. Gets it across. Dyson down into Harper. Harper tipped as Garcia gets a hand up on that one. Back into the corner to Harper.
And whoa, we're going to get a timeout. Woo, that timeout might have saved a couple points there for the Tigers. That timeout by the Lady Bulldogs from Central.
Coach Lamberth over there, something she was seeing that she didn't like, wanted to get a stop on that one. I think regroup right here is.
I got to believe she wants to move the ball around a little bit more and try to milk some of this clock right now.
I think you're exactly right.
Folks, while we in this timeout, want to remind you we're back here on the air Friday night as the Tigers take on the Glendale Falcons right here for boys basketball action. And then 1 week from tonight, we're right back here in the TTSN Sports Suite as 11 and Lady Yellow Jackets rolling it down to take on the Lady Tigers one more time. And then next Thursday night on the 10th, we're right back here again, the TTSN Sports Suite, as the Rolla Lady Bulldogs roll into town. Holy moly,
that's a lot of action.
Basketball right here in a short period of time. You know, if the weather goes south on us and it turns bad, but it's good enough that we can get games here in the TTSN Sports Network here, our viewership ought to go through the roof. People sitting around, cold, snowy night. The TTSN Sports Network.
Well,
Tiger basketball, Lady Tiger basketball.
We'll always welcome you tuning in. We love to have you watching with us, but we'd love to see you down here. If the weather permits, we would love to see you down here in the gym.
We'd much rather see you down here in the gym.
No shot.
They're going to call that foul on the floor. And Matt, our suggestion of running a little clock was incorrect. That's going to be 4th foul. Brielle Garcia, it's 16th foul on the Lady Tigers. Ball's going to be knocked out and stay with Central Lady Bulldogs.
Harper now working it around on the far side, gives inside to Pittman. Pittman, fancy little left-hand scoop there off the glass. Back down to the other end we come. Black pushes it across, finds Gamble. Gamble finds Davison down on the wing, a little bounce pass underneath, trying to get it to Hurd, but Pittman takes it away, passes it down the floor.
We've got a whistle.
Coach, I'm not sure what that whistle was.
I have no idea what just happened.
Well, looking from where they inbounded it, it looks like they had to call someone out of bounds on that base or on that sideline over there. Problem is, I didn't see anybody that was remotely close to that sideline involved in the play we just saw. But
I have no idea.
Caitlin Black drives it inside, loses a handle on it right there.
They're going to say her foot was down out of bounds when she touched it. The ball's going to go back over to Central. 2:35 left here in the ball game.
Lady Bulldogs on top by 10 right now. Lady Tigers pick up the full court pressure once more. Gets inside to Dyson. Dyson slicing to the other end. Pulls it back out. Brittany Davison gets a hand on it. Almost tips it away.
Now we're going to get a timeout from the Central Lady Bulldogs.
Brittany Davison almost picks the pocket right there of Talia Dyson. Nice hustle play on defense by Miss Brittany Davison.
Interesting call on that other side. Matt, have no idea. It's almost like the ball hit the wire on a shot from the wing.
But it couldn't hit the wire, just like there couldn't be someone out of bounds because the ball tipped loose. Kaylee Gamble came diving in from the volleyball line, and there had to be a good 6 to 8 feet between the sideline and there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right.
Lady Bulldogs will be throwing it in here. 2:27 left in the ball game.
Heaven Shockley to inbound, gets it to Dyson. Back to Shockley. Gives it across to Nevaeh Shockley. Kim's in. Harper working it around. And now I think you're seeing what we talked about.
Keep away.
Little keep away. Pittman back across, and Lady Bulldogs just trying to run some clock. Dyson
That's got to be
takes
a travel,
about 9
yes.
steps.
Oh, we're just going under the 2-minute mark.
A little front court trap right there against Hurd. Hurd slices through, gives it to Garcia. Garcia up off the glass, no good. Ball still loose. Pulled out by Shockley. And once again, Central Lady Bulldogs look like they're just trying to burn some time here as we're about a minute and a half. Pittman kicks out to Shockley. Give back up top to Harper. Harper a little drive, kicks back out to Shockley.
Yeah, they're just going to try to run as much time off here as they can. Tigers are going to have to step up and commit a foul, I would think.
Dyson down to Shockley on the far side in the corner, comes back up. Harper down low, goes up, no good is
Nice
Brielle
defense there by
Garcia.
Brielle Garcia.
Brittany Davison going to get, knocked out of bounds. And
Yeah.
wow. And Brianna Hurd.
Coach Madlock's up. I'm not sure exactly what occurred down there.
Well, a little extracurricular. Brianna Hurd was called for the foul, and she was trying to foul.
Right.
But a little extra shove back from Shockley after the whistle, after the play had stopped. Brianna pushed backward right there. I don't think Coach Matlock real happy about what took place after the whistle. So it's going to be Nevaeh Shockley at the line shooting the 1-and-1. And the first one's up, and it's good. It's going to push the Lady Bulldog lead to 11. And she hits the second one, pushing it to 12. Garcia to inbounds, gives to Hurd, and here come the Lady Tigers to the other end. Hurd gives over. Black puts the 3 ball up, no good. Ball loose and a scrum underneath, out of bounds. Going to say last touch by the Lady Tigers. Brielle Garcia tips it away right there. That's going to be off of Central, so the ball goes back to the Lady Tigers.
Kaylee Gamble,
and I
like
did
she
not
twisted
see
her ankle maybe. Turned her ankle down here.
Trainer Nikki quickly onto the court. Coach Matlock over. And that's good to see right there, Kaylee Gamble walking off. And number 23, McKenna Brown, going to check back into the game for the Lady Tigers to take her spot.
I believe it's going to be Lady Tiger ball here. 27 seconds left in the ball game.
Brianna Hurd puts the 3 ball up, no good. Off the iron, rebound comes to Nevaeh Shockley. Gives over to Heaven Shockley. Little pile up out front. And Dyson gonna run into the lane with it.
Get a foul. Four seconds. That's going to be 5 on Brielle Garcia. First one's up and good.
And the second goes for Dyson as well, so that's 4 seconds left on the clock. Hurd's going to let a half-court shot go. It's going to come up short.
And the Lady Tigers are going to come up short tonight against Springfield Central Lady Bulldogs, 48-34. And want to remind everybody, weather permitting, we're going to be right back here on the air with you Friday night for Tiger Boys basketball action against the Glendale Falcons. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. For Matt Johnson, I'm Mike Rawlings, and we want everybody out there have an awesome evening.